back at the game. Really pleased with. Really, I go back 2 weeks after the Stanford game, just kind of our guys' mindset, how we practiced, how we paid attention to try to get better, and I think it showed up on Saturday. And was just really pleased. Really, probably starting with our defense, how hard they played, how they paid attention to all the things we've been working on from day one. I thought they tackled well, covered pretty well. We did a good job against Cal's run game, which has been effective. And I think that's one of the reasons that they've been so explosive, because they've had a legitimate run game going. Thought the first play was, first drive, Shaq got the fumble. It was obviously the key to the game. That sparked us, probably rattled them a little bit. Thought it was awesome football. If you really look at the tape and you see guys inside, Danny, Evan Hudson really trying to plug the gaps. They didn't handle the snap clean. Our guys were playing to stop them, they were. And then Shaq got the ball. He's got a convoy, Buddha, Marcus Peters, Kevin King. Marcus gets in the guy's way. Smart block just enough to screen him. Buddha gets in somebody's way. And then Kevin King could appeal back and block him, doesn't do that to get a cheap penalty. I just thought it was really good football and kind of sparked us for the rest of the game. Yeah, on offense. On offense, I thought run game could be cleaner. Siler was effective and efficient. We made progress there. And special teams, got to clean a couple things up on the kick.
Sorry, is there any protocol for overturning Josh Bergen's penalty and suspension for the Oregon game first half, or is that?
Yeah, not much. We've been in contact with him, and so we're looking into some things.
What was your take on the call?
Yeah, you probably know. Maybe make a call. Those are hard calls. The bottom line is we're trying. The officials are trying to get them right. Those are really close calls. We're also sensitive about the head shots, trying to take that out of the game. And so those are hard. It's a lot easier when you've got the replay and you can sit there and look at it 30 times after the meeting. It's a lot easier there.
What would you want him to do differently in that situation?
Very, very tough. It was really a reaction. John Ross is changing directions every nanosecond, and a guy kind of comes back and he hits a guy. We always talk about strike zone. Strike zones, bottom of the number is lower, and so to not put anything in question, go to the strike zone, go to the target zone.
So, is there a chance then that you could play in the first half?
Well, I don't know, because we had a conversation yesterday, and they haven't got back to us just yet. So, no more today sometime.
Do you have to ask for a review on that, or is there already a mechanism in place by the Pac-12 to constantly kind of look at those things?
It's not a Pac-12 rule, it's a national rule. So anytime anybody gets thrown out, they're reviewing that for sure to make sure that they see it on target call. So they look at it. Again, they look at it pretty quickly, and sometimes the angles are what we have, most things.
What about Ross on that play?
Yeah.
How much that play back to remind you?
Yeah, he is. It's explosive. It's interesting. It's a little bit scary, a little bit for a coach sometimes, because what happened at the end of the play is a lot of times what happens is that ball will come out. You're running so far, they're all over the place. Ball security is always an issue. We saw that. The other thing is sometimes you can take a big loss. You saw that a little bit on our kickoff a couple of weeks ago. So when a guy's like, there's some certain things you have to live with to get something good. Underneath the other way.
Do you say anything after that?
Protect the ball.
Is there a way to coach a spontaneous play like that? Do you have is there an audible signal that something's happening here that you have to change? That for the blockers, typically.
No. I think you just continually talk about strike zone, where we're trying to block guys. And I think our guys get it. I think everybody's making progress in college football. Sometimes when they happen so fast, when a redirect, it's a little bit like a receiver going over the middle, and sometimes those plays happen fast, but I think the DBs, for the most part, have cleaned a lot of those things up. So we're making progress as a team.
Coach, did you see an increased level of maturity in this away game compared to the one at Hawaii?
I don't know if it's maturity. I guess you can mix some of that in there. I do think that they've worked hard on us. I think they've worked hard every week. I really do. I just hope that you're paying attention to the details. I mean, like I say every week, and like I tell our team, we can work hard and not get any better. We really can. That's really the common thing that most will do. Most people, most college kids, and they come out and work and really pay attention to the minute details. To me, is what separates some people, and I think we made some progress.
Coach, I know we ask every week, but Robert's just still scratching our heads over just Casey Williams' role.
Yeah.
With Casey.
Yep, and so are we. And so we're gonna continue to look at it. We're trying to move him around a little bit, and see if we can get him the ball.
He's obviously different personnel players, but do you look back at any of your games against Oregon where you were beat them to kind of see what worked scheme-wise for those games?
No, I mean, we're talking about an elite program here. I mean, that's the one thing. We're talking about an elite program in the country, not only our conference. And so, to me, you know what Oregon's going to do. So this all comes back to us. I mean, how are we going to play? I mean, if we're not extremely on playing our best football we played all year, have as much attention to detail as we've had all year, play as hard as we played all year, we're not going to have a chance. And so it comes back to us. So it doesn't necessarily have to do with anything in the past. It comes down to playing good football.
Your time of year, have you gotten deep on frustration with Husky fans over what's taking place in this rivalry?
I know how the rivalry was, because when I was at Oregon, it was kind of flipped in a lot of ways. And so, everybody's got their, I think there's just interesting rivalries in the Pac-12, with, all the Northwest schools in a lot of ways. And certain schools are pointing at the other school, and the other schools point at this school, and that's kind of how it was way back when. When a team starts winning a lot against a certain team, that becomes their rival, and maybe not even so much to the other guys. You gotta win some to even it out to make somebody a rival. When somebody wins a lot, I know it frustrates a lot of people.
That 2009 game against Oregon in Boise, what do you remember about your defense, and why were you guys so effective against their running game?
Yeah, a long time ago. I just know the kids played hard. Two good teams going at it. We operated down the road. I don't remember the details other than I know guys played really, really hard and effective.
Have you been back to Eugene since the last 5 years since they've had all these facility upgrades?
I haven't been in them since their ambulance in the last probably 2 years or so. I can't remember the last time, maybe 3 years ago. It's impressive. You can see how it can change things. Not only that, it's not any one thing like we always say, but that's a big piece of it. And, they got all these really cool things, but at the end of the day, if you don't win, kids like winning and what goes with it. And so we've done a great job with that.
You were obviously there when they were having some success in the early 2000s, but I guess from an outsider view, can you put a pinpoint of what has elevated them maybe since you left?
I just think they've stuck to the process. Those are the same coaches. Half that staff are the same guys that were around there. They're really good people, first and foremost. They're really good coaches. They got really good support there. They never said, hey, we're good. We have this building, we're good. We have this stadium, we're good. They're always trying to figure out how to get better. And they just stuck to everything. It's not any one thing. It's just this on top of that. They stack things, and then they get good players that are good kids. See what happens.
Do you get the sense, Pete, that Arizona game was kind of a wake-up call for them, and you kind of saw that in how they played? You UCLA?
I think that, I think that Arizona played really good, really hard, and I think what we're saying about the parity of this conference, I think Oregon's really, really good, but you never know when any given night, that's it. And I'm sure it did, I'm sure it did come up. You say, wow, and sometimes, close wins or hard-fought losses, it's all how you spend it, it can all help you.
I know we've talked about parity, but I think Pac-12 is like 4 and 14 right now among the games.
I have no rhyme or reason, no answer on that thing. I don't know.
Have you ever seen anything that's it's kind of bigger belief, really?
There's a lot of things kind of in this season that I have a hard time figuring out and answering, and that would be one of them right now. I think it'll be interesting to look at the end of the season, see if that still plays out, or evens out. Weird scheduling, some matchups. Some teams play better against others depending on the matchup and the style. So maybe there's a weird correlation there. I don't really know.
With Marcus Mariota, I know you guys played Vernon Adams and you struggled with him. Is there anything that you guys learned from Vernon Adams that might help you with Marcus?
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to carry over there. I mean, he's might be the best player in college football. And so that's a problem right there. He's going to make plays. You just got to keep reloading and not get down and not back down and keep playing hard. I mean, that I do know. Because they're going to make plays. They're really good players. They're the best quarterback in the country. So it's just about reloading the next play and keep fighting. Like we did on that first drive. It looked like they were going in. They had play. It's that mentality.
Looks like
Regarding Kaysen, he didn't have any targets against Cal. Do you feel like the offense needs to make these signs and things specifically for him? Seems like you have those kind of things for Ross or maybe
Yeah, there might be some of that. And that's what I was kind of alluding to earlier. We got to maybe move around a little bit more and dial a few things up. And so a lot of this, when you don't huddle up a lot, it's hard to get guys in a position where you think that the ball's going to go, and then coverage and the read dictates it. When this coverage says no, and the guy doesn't win on his release, that says no, and there's not any one answer, but we're still looking at it, trying to figure that out.
Looks like Ben Reba tried to go early against Cal and came after
He
that.
hurt his ankle, third play.
So that's different.
Completely different. He didn't have any bad luck. He got 0 luck right now. That's all he's got. So hopefully, we'll get him going eventually. All that luck starts to turn his way.
What did Arizona do that UCLA did this past week?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, a little bit different style, and like I said, I think Arizona kind of does what they do. I mean, they just executed their system. It wasn't anything overly complicated. It really wasn't. They were really impressed in terms of how hard they played and how well they executed. That's what it always comes down to. That's the thing that kind of jumped out to me. And, it was really impressive how those guys played.
Oregon's always had a great pace that wears people down and take advantage of stuff. What did you do in Boise to counter that business of fatigue on the part of the opponent defense?
I don't know. I mean, I think what Oregon does is they just keep running their stuff, and they got good players, so they don't get away from it. And it might not have worked the first time or the second time, and all of a sudden there's that crease. And they got really, their whole thing is they get really good, fast athletes, and they get them in space, and they're not going to get away from what they do. And so they keep running it, and you might hit them, and then all of a sudden they get a crease, and now they got it going, they get a little momentum, and they got an excellent passer that can run, and then if you actually cover him, he's going to run around, and he can find guys, or if he can outrun most of the defense. It's a hard combination to stop.
Is there anything about what Helfrich does right now where you put on the film and go, okay, that's distinctly him compared to maybe what Chippy was doing or before?
Yeah, I mean, it's different. It gets tweaked. It's hard to say. I mean, I think all coaches are continually evolving and trying to play your strengths and stay away from it, depending on what your guys can do. But it's a really good system that they've had there for a while, so you're not going to get too far away from it. So it's hard to say. It's all marking those guys now. It's just been on for a while now, so everything they're doing, they got a decision to make. Do we keep doing this or not? experience in that style and that offense.
Along the same lines, CD Dickerson, and then defensive coordinator, the wrinkles that come back.
Well, same thing again. I mean, you know, I haven't studied the Oregon's, those guys a whole bunch last year and the year before. So, but, well, Don Pelham's been there a long time with Nick. You know, the guys think a lot alike and all those things. And so, sure, he's going to put his spin on it, emphasize the blitzes and the coverages that he likes a little more. But overall, in the structure and the base of the defense is the same as how it was.
What's your relationship like with Pelham?
You know, good relationship, good guy, really good guy. And, you know, like most football coaches don't have really any contact with him during the season. We don't have any contact with anyone other than our team, our wives. And, but he's a great guy, really is, really smart.
Do you get the sense that your players are maybe more fired up and motivated for this game than they have been?
Yeah, hard for me to know. That's hard for me to know. I don't know. I mean, I know about the Oregon, you know, Washington stuff, but I don't think this, like I said, that's not my focus of like getting them fired. I mean, this to me needs to be about us. We got a really good team. You know, one of the better teams in the, if not one of the best teams in the country for sure. And so, you know, what are we going to do? We know it, like I said, my starters. We know what they're going to do. We know how hard and how good they're going to play. What can we do? And so I always want this to be back on us. Our focus is on us. You're doing the best you can do.
Do you enjoy rivalries? I mean, or does that kind of go along with the whole, it's a distraction type of thing, and that's not what you want them focusing on?
Well, you know, I think this game needs to be played with emotion. And if we're ever lacking that, that's not good. But on the flip side, too, if you can have, there's a balance there. If you got too much of it, you're not going to play your best either. So we need to have good emotion, correct emotion. But I think that's what makes college football so fun. It's, you know, I'm sure the different rivalries around the conferences and everybody knowing each other and the fans and all that. I mean, that's the pageantry, and that's, you know, I think that's one of the things that really kind of separates maybe pro ball and college ball. I know there's rivalries in the NFL as well, but you seem to feel it a little bit, maybe just because the world really not.
Chris, after the Georgia State game, your young corners seem to be playing quite a bit off. You just talked about how they needed to play tighter. It looks like they've done that, and they're playing a lot better. Can you talk about your young defensive backs?
Yeah, I think they're making strides every game. You know, we get challenged a little bit differently every week. I think Jimmy Lake does a really good job with those guys. You know, Woody Baker's focused is, you know, any player we have, let alone a young guy. I think Sidney Jones is the same way. We have a couple other young guys in there that are getting reps and doing some things in the secondary, and I think they are improving rapidly, which we need them to do. We kind of said way back when, if they're focused and really hungry, they will improve a lot. You know, it's harder for the older guys to improve a lot. The young guys are so green and will grow fast. And we need them to, and they have been doing that, and it needs to continue. I mean, we're only halfway through this season right now, and so if we can keep playing a little bit better each week, in the right direction.
After reviewing film, what did Miles do against Cal that he hadn't done in the season?
I think he got the ball out on time. You know, he did a better job in the pocket, not getting, feeling the rush a little bit better. Thought he threw the ball really accurately a couple times, real accurate. And you know, he's just more efficient. You know, I just think he took what they gave him, saw things quicker, threw the ball more accurate. And it comes down to those three things I always talk about. And that he's efficient and all those things, he's usually going to come back to them.
When you talk about the process, you talk about getting better each week. Does Saturday's result, does that give you any indication that maybe you're right on track or even ahead of schedule? For
Yeah,
what you want?
you know how these things go. A lot of times it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So I mean, you just got to take 1 week at a time. You just don't know. You know, sometimes the opponent has something to do with it in terms of, you know, injuries and those type of things. I mean, we got a really, really good opponent this week that'll take our best across our 3 phases to be able to play with these guys. And so we'll really see if we have it.
Good.